Let me tell you something you already know.
I'm Dave Kirilloff, languageofhitting.com. In this video, I want to present to you a very unique study that I've been undertaking. The study has to deal with blurring the hitter's vision. And contrary to what things I showed you in the past, where I took someone who had poor vision that wore glasses and I removed the glasses, and I showed the audience how even without his glasses on, this player is still able to hit the ball. So what would happen if I did just the opposite? You take a hitter who has good vision already and you put glasses on their face so that now the vision is blurred, distorted. I'm going to show you what I'd researched and discovered in the hitting laboratory. And let me just make a quick note that I had been highly inspired by the book, The Performance Cortex, to push myself and sort of take chunks of information that I've been stored and saved for years and sort of bring them all together to understand this concept. I call this concept timed perception. Okay, so here are the glasses. I used two types of glasses. The first version, what you're seeing is what I call a frosted lens glasses. I took some work glasses and I frosted them with some light paint, and you could hardly see through them. And what you're watching is a player who is hitting with these glasses on, who already has good vision, but now the vision is distorted and the image of the ball is very hard to pick up. Okay, so you may be asking yourself, so what's the catch? Is there a little pinhole that he can see through and see the ball clearly? No, there's no pinhole that you can see through the glasses. They're very foggy, they're hazy, they're frosted. What the hitter is demonstrating, and what these glasses demonstrate, is that it validates the point that when you're hitting good, you actually hardly watch the ball. You don't rely on your vision so much as being 20/20 or 20/10. You're relying on your perception. And let me unfold a little bit what perception is. Perception is controlling the ball in spaces, controlling the ball in the flight path, where you're going to see it and where you're going to hit it. Next, as I go on my traveling tour, I have another pair of glasses which I sort of prefer to use a little bit better, and it's a pair of work glasses with some just baggies shaped over the lenses. And as you can see, closely, it's very distorted. It's very hard to look through these glasses and see a clear image. But as you watch these batters hit, well, sure, it's batting practice, but it's very distorted. You hardly can see the ball. I do it with baseball players. I do it with softball players on my tour. One player, after using the lenses, says, "Oh, Coach Dave, you know what? You should market these things because you'll make a lot of money." I said to him, "I won't make anything from these glasses, because it's not the glasses that make you a better hitter. It's the concept that makes you a better hitter." See, the glasses only validate back to the hitter that hitting is about timed perception, not just basic perception, but there's timing behind what you perceive that is about to happen. And part of the process, where I teach at all my lessons and I teach at all of the traveling tours that I go to, is this. There's basically three big spaces the hitter has to manage. The space that the pitcher is standing in. And the batter learns how to perfect what I call the pattern of anticipation. And inside of the pattern of anticipation is the usage of the pitcher's common denominator. A baseball pitcher will have a common denominator, and a fast-pitch softball player will have a common denominator. Also, part of the process of anticipation is understanding as a hitter that a premise. Sometimes what I'm looking at is not what I'm thinking about.
Wait, what? Got it.
And the pattern of anticipation is going to lead you as a hitter to the space that you will first see the ball in the flight path. Once you find that space, you see the ball in the flight path, the ball is going to continue through the flight path, and it's going to end at the point of contact. As simple as this may sound, I'm very blessed because it's only taken about 26 years of research to figure this out, but I'm only giving you the skim of the top. You see, there's a lot of unfolding that goes along with this. Very humbly, I want to interject a quick note. How did I discover this? I discovered this because I've always chosen not to follow the crowd. I follow Jesus Christ, and I've learned that when you begin to follow Jesus Christ, you'll go places that the crowd will never see. There are 750 baseball players in Major League Baseball. 250 of those players are pitchers. That leaves 500 hitters. Out of the 500 hitters, approximately every year, about 30, only 30, will have a batting average that's over 300. Of those 500 hitters that make it to Major League Baseball, they all have exceptional vision. They all have exceptional quick twitch muscle fibers. They all have exceptional, mind to pattern, mechanics. They're exceptional hitters comparably to the rest of professional baseball. But what are those 30 hitters doing consistently better than the rest of the 470? Your answer is timed perception. This goes against everything our baseball and softball culture teaches us about how important it is to have good vision. I'm not saying I wouldn't want a team that all had good vision, but I'd rather have a team that have time perception. And what time perception is, it's a skill that can be developed. But deeper than that, it's a sense. Time perception is a sense. And this sense for time perception can be practiced, it can be developed, it can be trained, it can be utilized in the game. You see, one of the biggest obstacles for a hitter to, develop their sense of perception and their sense of time perception is what's going on currently in our culture, is that I want to create more bat speed. I want to create more launch angles. You see, these hitters that I had in the laboratory who are hitting with blurred vision, they're reacting to the ball as if though they have no bat. When you ask them the question, what were they really thinking about? They were thinking about the position the ball was about to be in and the space the ball was occupying. They never thought about their swings. And that plays right in harmony where you listen to interviews after a game and the hitter was just hitting a ball that was on 99, 100 miles an hour. They'll tell you time and time again, I wasn't trying to do too much.
Simple. I saw 9 fastballs, probably between 96 and 100, and I just battled out there and was fortunate to get one put in play, and then that's it, man. But I wasn't trying to do too much. I was just trying to put the barrel on the ball, and I wasn't trying to do too much. I was just trying to put the barrel on the ball, and he left some.
I wasn't trying to swing the bat hard, you see, and when you stay away from trying to swing the bat hard, you actually go into that sense that the best hitters in baseball utilize, and that's a sense of time perception, and that's where they care more about the ball than they care about their swing. So I want to invite you to start the process of learning what time perception is. It begins with my online video series, The Best Hitting Drill Ever. There's a third edition. You can start there, but I highly recommend you dive in with what's the most current edition, which is the fourth edition. And in that fourth edition, you will get the third and the fourth combined. Next, I want to inspire you to come see me face to face, whether it's at one of our traveling tour dates in one of our cities, or come visit me at my home facility, or maybe invite me to come to your facility and work with a group of your players. You know, you only need to get 4 players together, and I'll come out and see you.
Let's help our kids to be as good as they can be while they're still young. I'm Dave Kirilloff, languageofhitting.com, and Lord bless you.
Awesome and powerful forever, and awesome and great is your